Caleb AM. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to Caleb AM. This is the morning show where we talk about Jesus,
We drink caffeine,
answer a question,
talk about life.
and then we go to class. My name is Caleb Griffin,
My name's Caleb Ladd.
and it's time for Caleb AM.
Y'all are about to get Caleb AM'd, and that's a promise and a threat.
Freak yeah.
Watch yourselves. Alright. I'm exhausted, so I'm
Me
gonna
too.
talk about Jesus.
Go ahead.
It's my week for the Bible verse, and this week's Bible verse is 1 Thessalonians 2:4.
Is this our first time using the Thessalonians?
I think so. When I was choosing my verse, I was like reading a different one. I was like, I might have used that before. I mark if it's a Caleb AM verse in my Bible, but
Yeah.
I was like, I used to not do that. So this might be the first time, and it might not.
Okay.
But I think it is.
Okay.
Because there's nothing else marked in here. And I've been marking it for a long time. So. But anyways, it's 1 Thessalonians 2:4, and it says, "Instead, just as we have been approved by God to be entrusted with the gospel, so we speak not to please people, but rather God who examines our hearts." Good verse for today.
Yeah.
It's about how we're called to spread the gospel, but it's not for our own glory, and it's not even to like please other people, but it's for God, and we shouldn't like take
Yeah.
the what's the word on
The glory.
Yeah, the glory for it. Yeah, give it all to God.
Right. And it expands more than just, spreading the gospel. It spreads to everything you do in life. Everything you do should be for the glory of God and not for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Good verse.
So, kind of like a don't be prideful thing.
Yeah.
Caffeine.
What do you first?
I brought a Swirly Pop Bang.
Woo!
And as y'all discovered this week, this is one of my 10 out of 10 Bang flavors. I love this flavor.
We did. And I was just looking at my Amazing Spider-Man pop, the PX edition, and I love it. It's so cool. Okay.
Are there any other pops in here you want?
Yeah, I'll get to that. I have a Razzleberry Rain. Smells good.
Okay. Let's set mine on the ground.
Tastes decent. Swirly Pop confuses me. It smells of must, but it tastes of good.
Remember we used to rank them? Or not rank them, we would rate them.
Yeah.
Those are good days. Now we've tried everything, so it feels pointless.
Yeah. But I think
I'd give that a 98 though, which rounds to a 10, I think.
I was trying to think of something, but I have to get one more rain before I can get back to White Gummy Bear. And then I can get back to White Gummy Bear, but I'd go 75, and I'd go 70, probably.
I'd give that one like a 48, I think. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the blue raspberry flavored energy drinks.
I kind of like blue raspberry flavored if it's done properly. That is my favorite blue raspberry flavored energy drink of all the ones I've tried, unless the blue Sour Patch Kid counts as blue raspberry.
I guess that does count because it is blue raspberry. That's what the flavor of the Sour Patch Kid is.
Because that's like a 90 something.
I'm also not the biggest fan of that one. Like, it's good,
I love it.
but everybody says it's the best Ghost,
It's not.
and it's not.
Swedish Fish is the best.
Swedish Fish is the best, and then I like the red one more
I don't like the red.
than
My order of ghosts is like Swedish Fish, orange
I do
dreamsicle,
like that one.
and then blue Sour Patch Kid. Yeah. Orange dreamsicle is actually the next ghost not ghost rain I have to get before I get to go back to White Gummy Bear.
Could get Rainbow Sherbet.
I've gotten that since I got White Gummy Bear. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to spread it out because I would just get Dreamsicle, Sherbet, and White Gummy Bear every time. I like the diversity.
I have.
And Tropical Storm. I do love Tropical Storm. It's grown on me a lot.
I do like that one.
Mm-hmm.
I have like 30 bangs in there, but most of them are the same four
Yeah.
flavors. So I've just kind of been picking a random one, but I haven't done 2 in a row of anything. I don't think I've ever done 2 in a row. I might have done like 2 peach mangoes in a row, like in the early days, but I don't think so.
I don't know.
I normally have a clear memory of every second of every KOB AM, but the caffeine hasn't hit my spleen yet, so I haven't recalled everything.
I don't get energized until it hits my urethra.
Come on, go! Yeah, I stayed up too late last night.
Yeah.
And I was really regretting it because I was like, dang, I got 2 exams tomorrow. I don't want to take my 2 exams tomorrow. I don't want to wake up at 5:45 on a day I have to take 2 exams. But then I thought about it more and I was like, I want to wake up at 5:45 on a day I have to take 2 exams because that means I can go to the union and study even longer than I did last night.
The latest I've woke up for the past couple, not including the weekends, but past couple of weeks, the latest I've woke up every day is 6:30. So this isn't too difficult. But
I'm jealous. The past 2 days I
up.
woke up at like 8:30 and I'm upset about it. Well, I woke up at like,
Yeah, we went on the bus at like 7 something.
I woke up at like 7:30 yesterday and 8:30 the other day, Monday.
I do take showers in the morning, so I have to kind of wake up early.
I need to, starting today, like the rest of this week, I'm gonna wake up at 6:30 every day. But I was really tired after the weekend. I don't really know why. It wasn't like a busy weekend, but I didn't get a lot of sleep over the weekend either. And then I stayed up too late Sunday night, and so tonight I'm just gonna go sleep at a reasonable hour because I need to have energy for the weekend since I am working a 10-hour shift starting at 6 a.m.
You might as well just Caleb AM.
At what, 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I also stayed up late last night. I think like 11:45 was when I called it, but I was productive though. I studied multiple times, feel confident, and I actually finished my paper that was due Monday.
Oh, really?
I didn't expect to finish it. It wasn't a hard paper.
Here's this photo if you want to check it real quick.
I got it. Well, let me check and make sure the numbers are still the same. But
I'm sure nobody's voted
Yeah.
in the past 10 minutes.
yeah, it's the same.
Okay. I was just,
I wrote it down this time. But yeah, I finished my paper. It wasn't hard. It was just a review paper. So, what have you found interesting? What have you found hard to learn? Stuff like that. I did have to bluff it because it had to be 2 pages, and we've only gone through like 4 chapters up to this point. So, I bluffed a little bit, but it's okay. I finished it, and then I had to take a shower because we were sweaty from pickleball.
I hope this is from me spilling your rain on my tummy.
I think it is.
It feels wet.
Yeah. Ready?
Noah Kahan announced that he was
Snap.
he
Oh,
was
snap.
it's nothing big.
Uh,
He's re-releasing "Call Your Mom" with Lizzie McAlpine,
I love Lizzie McAlpine.
which is like
that's
cool.
So, that's so
Because, like, it is a little unfortunate that, like, with Stick Season, he got big famous, and then with like, he released his biggest song, and then on the deluxe version of the album, he released a new song that became his biggest song, which is, like, hard to do, because Stick Season was very popular. And so he hit the point where he's like, oh, well, now I can start collabs, doing, like, with like bigger artists. He did like other collabs, like he's done it with Quinn, as we talked about last week, and he had Julia. No, Yeah, Julia Michaels.
Mm.
What's his most popular song for a long time? It was one of my least favorite songs by him. It wasn't bad. It was just like not my favorite because he doesn't have a bad song. He doesn't have a mess. If you're watching this, no, I didn't mean that offensively. I still like the song. It's just, anyways. I know he's watching. He's a big fan.
When does it come out?
This Friday,
Nice.
and it's really good. Like she posted a cover of it, and it was really good.
She's awesome.
And I hope that it's like with Dial Drunk, where like her verse gets changed because Post Malone's verse was different from like the actual verse. I hope that that's how it is, because I don't think that she changed the lyrics. I didn't hear the whole song
Yeah.
when she covered it, but I hope that like the lyrics change,
She's
because
done.
I just heard the chorus.
She's done a song with both of our favorite artists now. It's really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But and Call Your Mom was my favorite off of the thing. I think somebody asked me the other day what my favorite Noah Kahan song was, and I was like Orange Juice, or maybe Call Your Mom, possibly Passenger. Passenger was an old favorite, but very cool. I was like, this is so cool. He's releasing Call Your Mom again, and I really like Dial Drunk with Post Malone. So
Yeah.
it's kind
Plus,
of.
it's Lizzie McAlpine, so.
I haven't heard a lot of Lizzie McAlpine, but she's one of the artists that like
She's an artist that could
People-
bash.
Does she have? I don't think she has hype enough songs for Bulldog Bash.
She probably doesn't.
She's too sad.
She is too sad.
I couldn't imagine.
I'd still go.
Like,
I would go watch.
I would go watch because I like her. I haven't heard a bunch of stuff by her. I need to get.
Doomsday is such a good song, dude.
I might get more into it.
She's what Olivia Rodrigo should be. If that makes sense. Like she
That's
writes
what I was about
about
to say,
she
like-
writes about boys and stuff, but they're good songs lyrically, and her voice is nice.
Like I've seen a lot of
But
people obsess over her, and like for a lot of artists, like it's like I don't get it. Like Olivia Rodrigo.
yeah,
I just don't get it. But the few things I've heard by her, I have liked. I think I have some songs by her on my playlist. So
Never Gonna Be Alone. That's like a top 20 song for me. That's a song she did with John Mayer and Jacob Collier.
who
And
knows? Maybe this will put Call Your Mom in my number one Noah Kahan spot. Call Your Mom is already a top. If I'm doing where multiple artists can be in my top 10, like multiple songs by one artist can be in my top 10, Call Your Mom would be. It'd be third or fourth. So
yeah. I did see a Rex Orange County sticker on the back of a minivan yesterday, and I thought, maybe Rex Orange County could be the Bulldog Bash artist. That's another one.
Maybe.
It's another one I could see. But,
I could see him. I think he's a little too popular.
maybe.
That's my mom telling me that Caleb Am is starting in 15 minutes.
That's our chart.
I think he's a little too popular, and he also doesn't have enough hype songs. He's gonna.
He's got some hype
He's
songs.
got some.
Some that, like, make you move.
My socks. I said I was gonna show them all. Look how cool these socks are that my mom got me.
Those are cool socks, dude.
These are like my new favorite pair of socks. There's a lighthouse on that side.
The whales. Sick.
The whale.
Sea turtles.
There's so much on this. My mom sent me a picture of socks, and she was like, talking about, she was in Oregon, and she was talking about how like, look at this cool sock wall, and I took a screenshot of it and circled this pair of socks, and when she gave them to me, she said she had already bought them before I like said I wanted them, because they were just so cool, she could tell. Thank you, Mom. I love these socks.
Cool socks. Are you ready for the poll?
I sure am.
Alright. Today's question of the week. Yeah. Today's
That
question.
sounds weird.
That does sound weird.
Today's question of the
The
week.
question of the week was a three-parter: breakfast, lunch, or dinner. This is our second three-parter ever. Pretty exciting. So yeah, what do you think's better, breakfast, lunch, or dinner? The polls on my Instagram this week, you can follow us. The Instagrams are down below. Caleb_Griffin11 and Caleb_Lad03. Caleb will get an opportunity to explain which one he chose and why, and then guess what he thought the masses chose based on percentage.
Alright. I know that breakfast has at least 2 votes because I voted for breakfast and Jack told me that he voted for breakfast. But we're weird. We like video games and watch anime. I like what. See, breakfast is hard for me to eat sometimes because if I wake up and instantly eat breakfast, I feel sick. Like, I gotta let my tummy settle before I start eating food. But breakfast has my favorite foods. Like, I could eat breakfast food any time of the day. Like, I have cinnamon rolls for dinner all the time. And I love, I don't know, like bacon by itself is a breakfast food. I like eggs. I like waffles. I like pancakes for dinner. Half the time I go in the Perry at lunchtime, I get a waffle.
He does.
Biscuits are incredible. I could eat biscuits any time of the day. That's a breakfast food.
Yeah.
But like, the same can't be said for lunch and dinner. Like, I ain't waking up and eating a steak or a hamburger or a pizza or noodles or lasagna or enchiladas
Or rigatoni.
fajitas. I ain't doing that.
Just named all the foods.
I could keep going. Yeah, I know. But yeah, like I ain't doing that, bro.
Yeah.
Cause that's weird.
That is.
I do think that breakfast will not win. I think that dinner will win because that is when you get like, you know, the best food, like steak.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But I know a lot of people diss on breakfast sometimes. They're like, it used to be breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but now it's I skip breakfast and just wait till lunch.
I can drink a shake. Get all the breakfast I need.
If you're gonna skip a meal, don't skip breakfast, or at the very least, make your first meal breakfast.
Breakfast.
I can't really say much because I typically do skip breakfast. I don't eat here, and then I'll eat like a bacon biscuit or some donuts on campus. Which,
Yeah.
if you eat donuts in the morning, that is a breakfast.
It is a breakfast food.
Any other time during the day, I guess it can be considered a snack.
Yeah.
So my breakfast is donuts a lot sometimes. So I'm gonna say that. I gotta think about this because it's 3 of them. For it to be a winner, it doesn't necessarily have to be above 50%. But I'm gonna say that dinner was at least a little bit above 50%. I think it was 51% dinner, 28% breakfast, and what does that leave me for lunch?
28.
51 plus
79. So you'd be at
21.
21. Ugh. So you're right.
For all 3 positions?
What'd you say?
I said dinner, breakfast, lunch.
Yeah, you were right. Other percentages. Your percentages were a little off. That's okay. Dinner,
I'm happy I got it right.
Dinner was at 42%.
Dang it! I should have. I made the little talk about how they weren't, how it didn't have to be above 50, and I was.
Yeah.
Dang it! I should have gone with my gut.
Breakfast was 33, and lunch was 25.
Shout out to breakfast for pulling like that.
Yeah, I will say I looked at the voters, and some of people I'm like, oh, that's so cool. You're a cool person. Were the ones who voted for breakfast, and there were a few exceptions. There was a couple cool people who voted for lunch, and one cool person who voted for dinner.
The people watching.
Your mom voted for breakfast.
I figured I was going to say my mom was going to say breakfast.
I got a DM from a fellow Next Topic media member, and he said, in all caps, if anyone doesn't vote for dinner, they should die.
It's Daniel.
Yeah.
Well, Daniel's an idiot. So.
But yeah, that was the percentages.
Breakfast is so base. You get to eat
Breakfast
that
is
crap in
base.
your pajamas.
As for me,
When the boys come over and have a spend the night party, and you wake up and their parents made 2 things of cinnamon rolls, and you're all wearing pajamas, and you run into the kitchen, it's 60 degrees outside, your hair's all messed up, you just stayed up till 3 in the morning,
yeah,
and you eat cinnamon rolls together.
it's fine.
No eating experience is better than that.
Here's my dilemma. So I'll need you to answer the question. If you eat breakfast for dinner, is it breakfast or is it dinner? Because it's dinner time, you're just eating breakfast food. Same with lunch. Because because I can't remember the last time I ate breakfast. I think I got a chicken biscuit
Well, I think that
at Chick-fil-A a week ago because I don't wake up enough, or I have too much to do in the morning.
I was just saying, you just talked about how you wake up
Yeah.
at 6:30.
I wake up at 6:30, but when I wake up at 6:30, I get in the shower, and then I get dressed, and then I head to campus most of the time. And if I have time at campus, I'll get a chicken biscuit or a donut, but I really don't eat breakfast that much. But as far as types of food go, breakfast food is my favorite type of food because I love bacon, I love biscuits, I love donuts, I love coffee, I love cereal, I love cinnamon rolls, I love omelets, I love eggs, I love waffles. Like, I love breakfast food. It's my favorite type of food. But I never eat it at breakfast time, is my thing.
I'm gonna look up the definition of dinner, but I would say no. I think that the time.
You don't think the time.
I think breakfast, lunch, and dinner are all time things.
So,
Although breakfast could be considered the first meal of the day.
so if it's a time thing,
The main dinner is the main meal of the day, taken either around midday or in the evening.
okay,
So that
it's a time thing.
so it's a time thing.
So my vote's gonna go for lunch because lunch is like the big meal I eat every day. Most of the time, my dinners aren't that big, but I'll go to Perry.
The
Yeah.
definition of lunch is a meal eaten in the middle of the day, typically one that is lighter or less formal than an evening meal.
Well,
Lunch is usually my biggest meal too,
I love lunch. Lunch is
because
so
I
much
end up
fun.
snacking throughout the rest of the
Yeah.
day.
Like yesterday, I didn't eat breakfast. I also didn't eat dinner.
Oh, yeah, it's a time thing.
It's a
Breakfast
time
eaten
thing.
in the morning.
Okay. Oh well. Well,
But you
Right.
can have breakfast for dinner.
yeah.
So
Breakfast is my favorite type of food, but as far as like the time I eat a meal, lunch is my go-to. Like yesterday, I didn't eat breakfast or dinner, but my lunch was so massive it didn't matter. I felt sick after lunch, but I ate the mucho nachos from Perry. Like I had 2 helpings. I had 4 cookie witches. I was very
Did you
unhealthy.
say kombucha?
Mucho.
Oh, the mucho nachos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that too.
Those are so
Those are
good.
pretty good.
That queso, or I guess it wasn't queso. That cheese sauce was really good. But
It was okay. I like the meat. The meat tasted
the
good.
meat was good. But I had 2 plates of that. I
The
had a
pizza
salad.
was not good.
I didn't
yesterday.
get pizza because y'all said it wasn't good. So, but yeah, most of the time my lunch is really really large.
They did have banana pudding yesterday, which would make it onto my top 5 desserts.
So at dinner, like I like dinner in the appropriate setting, but sometimes like when everyone's busy and stuff's going on, and you just get dinner and you get a plate of dinner and you just eat it in front of the TV and then you're done. It's kind of like, oh man, the day's almost over, but you still have stuff to do. At lunchtime, you eat, and you're like re-energized. You're like, I got 8 hours, let's ride, you know.
Yeah.
But so that's part of it too. That's why I pick lunch as my vote, even though breakfast food is my favorite type of food. But I should never eat it at breakfast time. So I'm sorry. Aunt Heather agrees with me.
I thought she'd be one that chose breakfast. I don't know what I know breakfast would be my number 1. I mean, a lot of it is because breakfast food is my favorite type of food.
Yeah.
I don't know. Lately with school, I really haven't had many like organized meals. Like I'll wake up, typically don't eat anything here, and then I go straight to campus. Before I eat, and then I have donuts on campus, and then when I get out of my 11 o'clock class, I might on some days we go to Perry, and that's like an organized lunch. But some days I just come back to the Union and get a snack and then eat it.
Yeah.
And then I go to my last classes of the day, and then I come back here at like 3:50, and then I'll make some food, which is like 3:50 is not a lunch or a dinner time, and then I'll eat that, and then I'll just do stuff until I get hungry again, and then I'll eat snacks. So I haven't had. If it's the weekend, I try to be more organized, but I don't know.
See, I always was like, I'm gonna make my kids eat breakfast every day because I think eating 3 meals a day is healthier than eating one large meal, or
is.
or skipping. Like, I don't know, eating 3 meals a day is important, but like, I want to know how many, like, in all the movies and the TV shows, you see like the family sitting at the bar or the island in their kitchen having cereal or eating breakfast before they go to school, and I'm like, how many families actually do that? Because like, school starts early. It starts at like, our school started at like 7:30, and I don't know how that is around the country. I know the consensus is it starts at like 8.
Yeah, I think they
Boy,
moved it back a little bit since we graduated.
they probably have. But I'm
Which
like,
is awesome.
am I really gonna make my kids wake up early to eat breakfast? Am I gonna wake up early to eat breakfast, or am I just gonna?
I hope when I
some
have kids
caffeine,
that I am disciplined enough to wake up early enough every day to like cook my kids breakfast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I will make sure that they are disciplined enough to wake up every day and eat my breakfast. So, because I ain't wasting my time.
It.
Yeah, kids, watch yourself. They're gonna find this video one day and they're gonna be scared. And they'll never wake up late again.
They'll always wake up for Caleb AM.
They will.
Yeah.
Sorry, honey, I'm not cooking breakfast on Wednesdays.
It's
I
Caleb
have
AM.
more important things to do. Stop going to Caleb's house. No. I won't do it.
Yeah, man, that's funny.
No, I just ripped my chair.
That's
awesome.
Oh
well.
Oh yeah, that's the poll. Kind of talked about it a little bit.
Yeah,
I will say-
I like this poll.
Dinner on special occasions is nice. Like birthday dinner, Christmas dinner, and Thanksgiving dinner are 3 of the best meals of the year.
I like dinners where
Yeah.
like everybody goes out to eat, but it's not too many people to where there's separate conversations.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that
See,
at all.
I don't like going out to eat with more than 5 people.
Yeah, I'm a 4 to 6
I mean,
go out
yeah,
to
I
eat.
could do 6, but like,
I guess 2 to 6.
yeah, my limit. I don't like going with more than 5. It's just if you can't all fit into a booth, then
Well, most booths are 4.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I can handle 5, but I like it when it's 4 is my sweet spot.
I think if you get to the point where, because like there's some tables that seat 6 at most restaurants, but if you get to the point where you are pushing tables together, then chances are, unless you weren't all riding together there, unless y'all like walked in all having a conversation, the 2 people at the end are gonna be having a different conversation than the rest of the table.
Yeah.
And that's never fun, because sometimes you're the person having the different conversation, but you can still hear the other conversation. And you're like, I wish I could be a part of that. But you have to yell, especially like if you're in like a loud restaurant, like Bulldog Burger.
I thought as I got older, I would like leave the kids' table, but I didn't like comprehend the fact that I'm still one of the youngest people in my family. So now it's like the kids' table is still like me, Colton, Reagan, and Jackie. I like our family dinners. Or like if we go out to eat and we have to separate tables, we'll be the ones that get put over there. I'm like, I'm 20. Why am I still at the kids' table? And I guess like I didn't account for the fact like no one else in my family is still having kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, that kind of disappoints me when we have family dinners and I'm like, oh, I'm here at the kids' table. It's okay though, because I like Colton, Reagan, and Jackie.
I do like dinners whenever they have people.
I love Thanksgiving dinner. Thanksgiving's like, if Christmas wasn't Jesus' birthday and you didn't get presents, Christmas wouldn't be my favorite holiday. It would be Thanksgiving. But Christmas also has Christmas music too. So Thanksgiving is just like one of my favorite days of the year because I love watching the parade. If it didn't have
Do
the
you know what
parade,
days we get out of class for Thanksgiving? Is it the
Wednesday.
whole week or just?
It's usually not, but it might be. It's usually Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
But I don't know. I know fall
I'm talking
break.
about to my dad. He asked me 2 days ago.
I think you might look up the academic calendar. It'll tell you. I know fall break is the 12th and the 13th. Because I got to see John Mayer on the 11th, and I found out when fall break wasn't a tight, because I don't have to be back on Thursday for classes, so I can either spend the night in Nashville or I can drive back and sleep in, so I'll be tired. But yeah, I'm excited to see John Mayer. And
22nd to the
Sachs.
24th.
I've been listening to 22nd to the 24th. Yeah, it's probably Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then.
Yeah, it is.
I've been listening to more JP Sachs lately. He's pretty good. I like JP Sachs. I got some new items this week.
My dad asked me Monday when we got out for Thanksgiving, and I forgot to figure out yesterday.
Yeah. Would you like to see the new items I got this week?
Sure.
The first item I got this week was a gift from my brother-in-law Kyle, even though I told him I would pay him back, but he was in Tupelo, and I've missed getting Amazing Spider-Man every week, and our comic book store in Columbus doesn't get new comic books anymore, so there's no point in me going. But he was in Tupelo, and I was like, oh my gosh, can you please pick this up for me? He was like, yeah. It's the Amazing Spider-Man 33, the newest edition. Peter Parker is back in the black suit, and he's fighting Kraven, which is sick. And
You like
I love Kraven.
what I've heard.
And I don't want to spoil it for anybody who's reading. I don't think any of our listeners read the Amazing Spider-Man series. But the ending was super sick. So, normally when Spider-Man's in the black suit, it means he's in a mean mood, which can be pretty cool. Except for like the Amazing Spider-Man 300, which he was in a good mood. He just liked the black suit. He was in a bad mood because I'd have to go back and explain why. I won't do that. Basically, he was tormenting Kraven the whole time, and in the Kraven's Last Hunt arc, one of the best arcs in comic book history, he buries Spider-Man alive in a grave, because he thinks Spider-Man is dead, and he buries him in the grave, and it's sick. And so Spider-Man basically got his revenge, except he knew Kraven was alive. And there was some really cool dialogue, and it gave me the chills. Really cool. So that was that. And then I bought this, a couple of the dollars I paid for by Caleb Ladd. We didn't know that at the time. We thought it was going to be $18, and I gave Caleb a $20 bill. But it didn't work out that way. But it's
Your birthday's coming.
yeah. It is my favorite moment in Star Wars history. It's Darth Maul versus Ahsoka from the Clone Wars. And I really want all of the Clone Wars Season 7 pops, because besides maybe
Are
Wrecker,
these a different one?
ish. These are different ones. Huh?
Yeah, they are. I see.
Yeah. This one doesn't have a number, but this is 409 and 410. I want all of these because they don't have the two girls who they didn't ruin Season 7, but made Season 7 suck, and I like Wrecker.
They didn't ruin it. They made it suck.
Yeah. Their arc was very bad. And then Bad Batch was mid. And then that Siege of Mandalore was just super cool. That was one of my favorite fights in all of Star Wars, and I mean, just you can see how scared Darth Maul is of like what's about to happen, and he's trying to like warn Ahsoka and stuff, and she's just.
I wish they weren't bobbleheads.
I like the bobbleheads. I think they're cool.
I don't like the disconnect in the head.
I really
I don't dislike them, but when I'm about to buy one and I'm like on the fence on if I should buy it or not, it ends up like if it's a bobblehead, I'm not gonna buy it.
Yeah. But those are my two new items this week. I just wanted to share those.
Those aren't the only two.
Oh, you're right.
I'm gonna get the other one. I meant to get it anyway. I'm gonna run and get it.
Okay. While he's gone and running, oh gosh, I'm picking this up. I shouldn't do that, but I am. I'll play some.
I'm back.
Good devil.
I got a lot of items this week. Last week I went on and on about my Demon Slayer pops. They did not get here. Supposed to get here today though.
I pre-ordered a pop, but it's not here yet.
So last Friday or last Thursday, we went to the first pickleball club meeting of the year for the club.
Yes.
And we, we're excited. We found out that they have like a nationals team, so we're gonna try out for it next year, and we're gonna make it, and then we're gonna win nationals, and we're gonna become famous, and we're gonna say, "I'd like to thank God for this opportunity." And Next Topic Media,
Watch KLAN live
thank you,
every Wednesday.
and that'll be it. But the paddles that I had, like, they were kind of breaking. They sucked. They were cheap. They were made of wood. They were terrible. But so when we played Thursday night, I was telling my dad how we were joining the team, and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna order these, and there's two of them.
Mhm.
So one for me, one for you, and also comes with 4 balls, and it was only $40."
Yeah, good deal. And the paddles are good quality too. I was worried when they were $20 each, essentially, that they were going to be bad quality, but they're not. They're fun to play with.
Yeah, I really like them. They had some good spin on them.
Mm-hmm. The faces are nice. They don't.
I like the design.
Yeah, once I got used to like the width of the handle, it was good. They were fun to play with. But I might order my own set if they're only $40, and then we'd have 4 good paddles,
You could.
and then
I was about to say we could sign for names on these.
yeah, we could still do that. I can give you one of the set I get,
Yeah.
and then I might get the purple one though.
The purple one's $10 more. I didn't see it when I ordered these, or I probably would have got
I
it.
still might do that because purple's our favorite color. But
My name's on this paddle. When we win, I'm gonna be like, "This was my first official pickleball paddle," and then I'm gonna buy a new one that's really nice.
my last name's too many letters.
That's fair.
I wasn't gonna. Yeah, we're gonna win with this one. We're sponsored by Pickle.
Yeah, because we're gonna be so good.
They'll give us paddles for free. As many as we want. But yeah, pretty cool. We played pickleball last night. I suffered an injury.
Was the injury from falling, or was
It was
punching you?
It was self-induced.
Yeah,
It was my fault.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I figured.
I punched JJ in the face too hard, too many times.
Hey, y'all shouldn't have lost. That was his fault.
No, just joking. I punched the seating in the Sanderson, and the seating in the Sanderson has that rough carpet on it. So it like scuffed my knuckle.
It scuffed my knuckle. I got a small scuff on my skin. By that I mean I tore my skin off.
Yeah. If it would have been a normal wall, it wouldn't have happened. It probably would have hurt more, but it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have started bleeding.
Looks like it's still bleeding.
It's just no, it's not. Yes, it is. I should be dead. I lost blood all night.
We're amputating your hand.
Yeah, dude. That game. Oh, that made me so mad, dude.
You're just mad that you lost. Yeah.
I played out of my mind for 10 minutes of that game, and then
Hey. You have an advantage when you're not the team serving because you get on the net first.
we hit it out of bounds 3 times in a row.
Hey.
It's okay.
My partner was also selling an OB, but I did too, son. I was playing not as good as I normally do last night. I think I was adjusting to the paddle because it was my second game that was my worst game, and after that I picked.
We had some good battles at the net.
We did.
Those are fun.
They are fun.
I'm afraid to do that against people I don't know, because when I lose those, that's when I get the angriest.
That's why you let me
And-
take the net.
Unless I'm out of position, because if I'm just out of position, like, you know, it's one thing, but if I just miss one, I'm like,
Yeah, that's fair.
but yeah.
But I think you're really good at the net.
I'm good at the net, and it's just that's why it makes me mad when I lose.
That's
at the net.
I don't lose often at the net.
It's like if someone guitar battled me, and I knew they weren't better than me, and I lost to them, I'd be mad. Or if they were like slightly better than me, and I thought I could be, I don't know. Maybe it's different.
You don't like losing.
I don't like losing's okay if it's things I don't care about. Like if I lose at Monopoly, oh okay, fine. If I lose
I
at
like how Monopoly was your first example.
well, I just don't like.
Like it was on the brain. You
If I
were
lost
ready.
if I lose at Fortnite, unless it glitches, like if I just can't control it, it's not that big of a deal. If it's other video games, like okay, fine. If it's someone's got scored higher than me on a test, okay, I don't care. Disc golf, I really don't care that much unless I blow a lead and then I'm just mad at myself. But if it's pickleball or Mario Kart, yeah, I get pretty upset.
You know what they call that in the video game industry?
Raging?
Tilted.
Tilted.
You know what happens when you get tilted?
No.
You win less.
Oh.
So you can't get tilted while we're trying out for nationals if we.
Don't get it tilted.
I'm serious.
I know you're
The
serious.
amount of games I've lost in like Overwatch because I've just been angry is a lot. So I have to sit back.
I need a designated punching or throwing item that I can just punch and throw around when I get angry.
Just come slap me.
No. Because it wouldn't just be one slap, it'd be multiple.
If you are slapping my booty cheek like that, spanking me on the court, people will think it's weird, and then they'll be like, "What the heck?" And then we'll come back with vengeance.
I got to not upload. We need to reshoot a scene from the shirt story, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
The one of you waking up while you were crying, because I need to enter that in the film festival by JJ's birthday, so the price of admission doesn't go up by a lot.
Okay.
But since we're students and we're doing the Mississippi category, the entry fee right now is only like $7, and I'd like to do it now before it goes up to $20.
Yeah.
So
Did you think about how we don't live in the hangout anymore, though?
yeah, we can still do it somewhere else.
I didn't.
We could do it like outside or on the hood of your car. Like we can find a funny place to do it. But
The hood of my car. I like that.
you're just sleeping.
If we had the funds, we could just bust my windshield, and I could be like laying in half the car and the windshield.
We could like roll down one of your windows. You could just be like, hanging down.
That I do like. I like the hood of the car,
Yeah.
or like the very top of my car. I like that.
We just gotta film that by JJ's birthday, which is Friday.
Watch this.
That's probably the worst thing that could have happened just then.
I'm gonna get that now so I don't forget about it.
Watch this.
So I was trying to make it in this little pouch on this bag right here, and it ended up sliding underneath something in Caleb's closet. Oh, it is against the wall.
That's so funny.
You don't got like snakes back here, dude. Ow!
Yeah, I have like 4 snakes. I fixed my closet, by the way.
What was broken about it?
The handle, I guess not. I don't know if that's a handle or not. on the other side, I got a hammer and I straightened out the screw.
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
I remember
put that back in. Because it was bothering me. So I was like, I think this is an easy fix. I'll fix it.
While I'm standing up, you explain what you got this week. I have another pop in there that I could show.
What I
I'm not
got?
going to. I'm gonna grab these.
What did I get?
What?
I thought I already explained everything I got.
I'm explaining what I got.
Oh!
You actually didn't explain anything.
Yeah.
There's this dude right here.
Was that not on last game with him?
No, because it was last Wednesday because we went to get my pops that we
Okay.
talked about on Tailgate.
Well, did you get him down for me?
I did.
Cool. Alright, so there was
Okay,
a
listen to these.
super cool deal that was going on.
Yeah, so there was it was buy one get two free clearance pops, or not clearance pop. It was clearance, everything on clearance.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting this because it was on clearance. It's kind of small. I just really feel bad. It's a Guillaume fig pen. Oh. Guillaume fig pen. I have the Mitri one because it was on clearance, and this one was this one was also on clearance when I bought the Mitri one. But it was when season 3 got announced, and Mitsuri and Muichiro were the main character, or like the main hostel of that season. So I was like, I don't know anything about Guillaume. I'll get the Mitsuri one and come back for this one. And so I was like, this is finally my chance to do it, because they also had this Judo Master pop in the clearance, and he's from Peacemaker, and they had 2 other Peacemaker pops, and I was kind of like, I want all of them. But I definitely care the least about Judo Master. Like, he was just a side character. I'm not sure why he's one of the characters in this pop series. Like, there's 2 Peacemakers, 2 Eagles technically, and then it's Vigilante and Judo Master. Like, I don't know where the other characters were, because I definitely would have preferred one of them over some of the pops in the series. But, oh well.
Oh well.
But they had it, and I was like, I really want to get the other Peacemaker pops, but I'm like, they weren't on clearance. And so I was like, kind of unfortunate, but maybe there's another pop that I want. And I was telling you, or Colton, that one of y'all could pick one out if you saw one. But then I saw the Mobius pop from Loki, and I love the Loki TV show. It's on my top 10 TV shows. Season 2's coming out soon. Mobius is cool. And now I have it.
This is cool.
Oh, they had her at the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get it yesterday. I kind of wanted to just because I have
They
this
have
one.
President Loki at the Foxhole.
I want Sylvie the most, and then I want him. But
President
President,
Loki's my favorite.
I think I'd get
One
President
of these.
Loki too. If I saw him, I think I'd buy President Loki.
At that point, why don't you just get the whole set?
If I got these 2 and then President Loki, I would get these 2. But I don't really care about either. It's
Yeah.
like Kid Loki and then.
I didn't like Kid Loki.
But yeah. So I got those, and while I was checking out, I mentioned to the girl at the register, I was like, yeah, and I kind of wish that the other Peacemaker pops were on clearance. I was like, there's another Judo Master over there, and I don't get why Judo Master would be on clearance. I guess it's because he's a minor character. And then she was like, oh, they are on clearance. And I was like, oh shoot. So I ran over and I got these 2. Peacemaker and Vigilante. It's Peacemaker in his underwear, which is funny. So I was like, that is cool. And then I told Caleb to pick out a pop, so he got
Yev Kasim,
Jeff Kasim from Seinfeld.
otherwise known as the Soup Nazi.
Yeah. So he was in the clearance. So it was just it was essentially buy 2 get 4 free.
Yeah.
And so the fig pen was the most expensive thing, and then all the others were the same price. So I was really only paying for those 2 things. But I also had like a coupon or something. They got me some money off. And so the total for these 6 items, that the actual total, if it was like, full price items, would be like close to $80, was $10.
Which is crazy.
Like, and the
That's
thing,
absurd.
since they were on clearance, they were cheaper than that. But like, it said that I saved $55. So like on clearance, if I just bought all these, it would have been $65. But I got them all for 10,
Which is insane.
which is just like, I didn't even feel that. My wallet didn't get any lighter.
It was like, whoa.
It was sick. Like when I guess I could fit that right there. It was a no-brain deal. When I went yesterday, I was hoping that this other thing that I wanted, that's been sitting there for a year and a half, was also on clearance, but it was not. Because I definitely would have done that deal again and found something else I wanted, but yeah. So that's like the best money-wise purchase I've made at GameStop ever. Like,
That might be one of the best. I don't know what money-wise purchases I've ever made, but that might be one of the best ones.
it might be.
You
I
got
mean,
5 pops and a fig pen for $10.
yeah, like I really wanted those 2 Peacemaker pops. Like, ideally that would have been like the Peacemaker, Vigilante, and Guillaume were the 3 I wanted the most. But then the Mobius and Judo Master were cool, and I got you a little something. So, like, it was a very good purchase. And it, like, I wouldn't have spent full price on any of those pops I got, or the fig pen. The fig pens are cool, but they're $15. Like, that is an insane price for those things.
Yeah.
Which sucks because there's 3 more Demon Slayer ones, and it's Tanjiro, Nezuko, and Zenitsu, and I really want them, but I'm not spending $45 on those. If they go on clearance, heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, like, I wouldn't have spent full price on any of those except for maybe Peacemaker. But I didn't have to.
Yeah.
And up until that point, I really only had Overwatch and Demon Slayer pops mainly, and then I had a couple Office and couple JJK pops, and then one pop from One Punch Man that I bought like 3 years ago or 2 years ago or something.
Yeah.
But so this helped me start an actual collection, and now I have a pop wall, which is why these are still in the boxes. Typically, if you'll notice, when I have pops in here, they're not in the boxes, but these are like kind of what Caleb's are doing. I have them set up where I'm going to make a bigger pop wall, and it's cool.
I had
And so now I'm on the lookout for other pops.
Yeah.
I got a Megumi pop yesterday, but I took him out of the box. He's one of my favorite characters from JJK.
Last semester, or last year, I should say, I had a pop wall. My pops weren't really separated,
And it never fell.
And it never fell.
Which
From day one, I
crazy.
moved. From day one, I moved in, and everyone's like, "Dude, that's gonna fall." I'm like, okay, and no, never fell. So in your faces. But yeah, now I got them more separated, which is cool because I got my Spider-Man ones here and here, Star Wars there, just different stuff here. I am now 2 pops away from finishing Seinfeld. I need Elaine and Kramer, which Kramer is one of my favorite characters in the show, so I really need to get a Kramer, but I haven't been able to find one. I think I don't know who my favorite character is. Like, I like to say it's Jerry, but George is just like, I don't know. But yeah, anyways, that's besides the point. I gotta get a Kramer and an Elaine, and I'll be done with my Seinfeld collection, which is Hype City. Yeah. What time is it?
it's 6:54.
6:54.
I was texting Jack something.
Talk about it last time I was in the back of the cop car. Oh, there is something else. There is a new Post Malone cup.
Where at?
It's exclusive to Texas Raising Cane's.
Oh.
It's a Dallas Cowboys one, and
I was a little upset. I was like, I went to Raising Cane's this weekend.
there's literally a picture of Post Malone on it, like a cartoon Post Malone with a cowboy hat, and he's wearing a Dak Prescott jersey. And I want it so bad. It's navy blue. It's had the Cowboy Star logo on it. So I'm gonna be searching online for it, and hopefully it's not $20.
Take a road trip to Texas.
I might need to, because like now my collection feels incomplete. No, there's another Raising Cane's cup out there, and it's like the coolest one, because it's Dak Prescott mixed with Post Malone.
Yeah.
But I really need it, so I'll be scoungering the internet for
What's
that.
the most you'd pay for it?
12, maybe, depending on like how much shipping for it is. I don't want to. If shipping is like $5, I don't want to spend more than $15. So if the shipping's like $5, the most I would spend is $10 on the internet. But yeah, I'll be scoungering, and hopefully it's not expensive. I know someone was selling the first cup, because I missed the first cup originally. someone was selling it for $10 online. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. But luckily, the dude at the counter when I went to Raising Cane's was the G, and I had to get Jackie a to-go cup, or not a to-go cup, a to-go meal from Raising Cane's when I went with Evan. And we went and got the first pink cup, which was the third one. I was like, can I get the first cup with this one? He's like, yeah. I was like, bet.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's a real.
So that's a real. So
That's a real.
yeah. I also need to get. I'm hoping they come out with a Austin Post Malone pop also, because they had one for every album except for Austin. So
That would be pretty cool.
I need an Austin one. I also saw the Austin vinyl at Walmart in Columbus. On
I've seen the
Sunday.
Austin vinyl a few times, but
It
it's
was
like
$46.
$50.
Like not no.
Yesterday, in my Japanese class, I geeked out.
Something coming.
Oh, it's Jack. Watching this while eating breakfast. Bro, you missed it. We talked about breakfast at the beginning.
We did.
That is so cool. It got second place in the poll. This story actually involves Jack, so funny he showed up.
It is funny.
In my Japanese class, I geeked out way, I thought it was way too cool. My professor, she'll throw up stuff from Japan on the, pop culture stuff from Japan on the board sometimes, and this week she threw up a picture of, a Japanese edition of Demon Slayer, the manga, and I was like, oh man, that is so cool. And so I took a picture of it, I texted Jack, and I was like, dude, my teacher brought up Demon Slayer. She didn't mention it. She just had it on the board.
Yeah.
It was something like asking how much something's worth, which is Anawa. Actually that was Ikaro wa hon desu ka. Is how much is that book?
Dope.
So yeah, it was just an example. But I was sitting there and with the people next to me, my background is a character from Demon Slayer right now. That's my background. It's Muichiro. He looks really cool. He doesn't have eyes or a mouth in the picture or a nose.
Dope.
It's minimalist. It's
Yeah.
cool. I've been changing my backgrounds depending on what season Jack's on. I have backgrounds for the Hashira that are the main character from the different seasons.
That's cool.
So as he's been watching, I've been changing it. Anyways, yeah. I was trying to let people know, hey, look, I'm the biggest Demon Slayer fan in here. Don't get any questions.
Hey, buddy.
It's me.
It's me.
You're not that guy. It's literally me. I'm literally him. But so I took a picture of it in the jacket and was like, dude, this really makes me want to get just a Japanese manga of the first one, just for novelty's sake. I also read reviews and it said it was actually good for learning Japanese, and so I was that would be cool. But I think it would just be cool to have to look at. I have the whole collection and then the Japanese version of the first one. So I was looking for it online, and it's only $6.50 with on Amazon, and I was oh, I might do that. And then I went to buy it, and the minimum shipping was $7, and I was I'm not spending more on shipping than the item itself. I'm not doing that. There was a used version that said that it had normal wear and tear, which means the pages are yellow and the cover is probably falling apart, that I could get for $6, including shipping. But I don't want to pay for a crappy item. I like pristine condition.
He does.
So
He's a pristine man.
I might, my dad has Amazon Prime. I might ask him to buy it and send him money for it or something.
I do that with my mom when I order stuff on Amazon. She also has Prime. I don't. Prime for students is cheaper, but
It's 50% off. They were trying to get me to do a free trial of a 30-day free trial of Prime and get my 30% or free shipping and 50% off after a month. But I was I'd forget, and I ain't paying for Prime. So
screw that, man.
I might ask my dad today about the thing, the manga, just because, and then
I'll even cover any shipping here. I don't know if he gets like free shipping or if it's just reduced. Because I'd spend $10 on it. But that was cool.
There was something else I got this week. Oh. I went to
Madison this weekend because, as y'all remember from last week, I was supposed to work the football game. But Wednesday, when we went to pick up my Demon Slayer Pops, we got those instead.
It wasn't there.
And it wasn't there. They're supposed to get there today. They better get there today.
Dude, if my Power Ranger Pop doesn't get there on October 1st, I will set fire. Not really.
That was a
It was
prank.
it was a joke.
But
But I will set fire.
I will blow up the GameStop in Minecraft. I can never do that to GameStop, bro, or anywhere because I don't want to go to prison. But the GameStop
I couldn't blow up anything.
The GameStop's been so clutch lately, and I've got to know the employees, and we're all tight now. I ended up going to Madison because I was supposed to work the football game, but then Wednesday somebody asked to trade weekends with me, so I'm working this week's game, which kind of sucks because I have to be there at 6 in the morning.
Did you get to come back and sleep?
That's true. I get to come back here and take a nap. But at that point, I might not. I might just stick it out and go to sleep at like 9.
Get you a good night's rest.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
Dude, I love going to sleep at 9 because then I wake up at like 1 in the morning just naturally, and I get to look at the clock and be like, oh my gosh, I still have like 6 more hours of sleep. It's awesome. But yeah. So, and I was like, well, I guess I'll go to Madison this weekend because I don't have a ticket to the game. So I get to go home. My mom and Joya weren't going to be there until Sunday or Saturday night, which was unfortunate, but I got to hang out with my dad and Andy. But so I went there, got there late Friday night because we ended up playing pickleball on Friday, and then we went to Taco Bell, so I didn't leave until like 7:30, and my goal was to leave it not that late because I didn't want to drive at night.
Yeah.
But it was fine. I was thankful for it because the stars were shining bright, and it might not be safe to be paying attention to the stars while I'm driving.
It's
But
definitely not.
there were not a lot of cars on the road, and I wouldn't look for too long.
Because he
before-
hit all of them.
I drove them off the road.
I hit so many bumps along the way. I don't know. I guess they're repaving the entire road back to Starkville from Madison. But
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird.
yeah.
But the stars were gorgeous. So, also on the way, Jack sent me Ben Rector's. He had a song called "Joy" off his new album, and like a gospel choir made a version of it with Ben Rector in it, and it was
That's cool.
woo. It was beautiful. It was great.
Beautiful.
But yeah, so let's see. Saturday morning, I woke up at 6:30 to go play disc golf with Andy, and Jacob came too, which was fun. He's one of our biggest supporters here at Next Second Media. He loves us. I was telling him about how he got the insider scoop about the next Totally Serious Top 10, if we're ever going to do that.
Dude, oh gosh. Guess who was in Starkville this weekend and didn't freaking tell us?
Evan.
Yeah. Like, until last night. He left last night. He skipped classes today.
Does he hate us?
Bro was here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday and did not tell us.
Why?
You know how much we could have filmed in that span of time? Even if we didn't film. I love Evan.
Could have hung out.
We could have hung out. Like, what the freak, man?
I'm disappointed.
Oh my god. I was like, when I found out, Lauren texted me yesterday. She was like, is Evan with you? It's like,
No.
no, it's Tuesday. And she was like, well, he skipped classes today and he hasn't been back since. I guess he was here till Tuesday then. And he hasn't been back today. And I was like, what? It's like, he's in Starkville. And I was like, what? And they were like, oh, we found out he was staying with this guy named, I can't remember what name. He just got back. And I was like, how long was he gone? I was like,
Space here.
they were saying all weekend. It was like, the crap.
We're gonna have to talk to him about
I
that.
can't wait till I go to ICC and I don't talk to him. Just kidding, I couldn't do that. I was mad. I was like, are you serious, dude? Didn't even want to, like,
That's
get,
understandable.
if you didn't want to spend the night with us, like, cool. But you could
Hey.
come say, hey, your name's not on our board.
I was gonna say that would be like if Jack came to Columbus or Starkville and then never said anything, but I think that would be worse because that would be screwed up. Because I only see Jack like twice or 3 times a year.
Dude, I haven't seen Evan since a long time.
Me and Jack's GU workout shorts are supposed to come in today.
Yes!
I'm not gonna get mine until later this month, but he gets them today. So that's hype. And I can't wait to wear those things and work out them in them. But
What time is it?
7:06.
Word.
What was I saying? Madison. Played disc golf with
Yeah.
Andy
Jacob.
and Jacob, and Jacob's one of our biggest fans. I told him that it was gonna be villains, and I was like, "You want me to spoil my list for you?" He was like, "No, no, 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 no." So,
Dude,
he's gonna watch that video when it comes out.
another story about Evan that makes me mad. We went to the beach together. Sorry, it's a fast story. We went to the beach together, and there was a Funko Pop of a villain who's in my top 10 villains, and Evan took it right out from under me. He bought it for himself.
I was gonna say maybe it was for you.
No.
He told me one time that for my birthday this year, he bought me a Pochita plush, and I just don't know if that was a joke or not, because I don't have it. Like he was like, "Yeah, I got you one. It's sitting in my room," and I was like, "Really?" And then he said he'd bring it to.
It's so hard to tell with them.
He said he'd bring it to the filming of the next Stowaway Series Top 10 that we were supposed to do that Sunday, and then we didn't do it. And I was like, and like I don't know if it's true or not, so I don't want to ask, you know,
But yeah,
because then it's
awkward.
awkward. But I think it was like for my birthday this year and the makeup for like the whole Christmas gift debacle because he like got me something and it never shipped and they like canceled his order. But like I can't tell if he's joking. And it wouldn't bother me if he was joking. It's just if he does have something for me, I would like it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Jacob is gonna watch our video when we finally make that. I told Andy, I was like, because Andy said he wanted to watch it too, and he was like, I was like, yeah, we can't justify doing it with just 4 people. Because like Daniel and Evan are like Evan lives far away, so it's hard to coordinate, and then Daniel's just always too busy and stuff. And he was like, what if I drive up there and just am a guest star? And I was like, sure. He was like, dude, I will come up there any day of the week.
Any day.
Just to
You
film.
just tell me.
I was like, all right, word. I'll keep that in mind. So if we really need to, Andy will come do top 10 villains with us.
Yeah.
But so that was cool. Played disc golf. I had a new longest drive ever without the help of a downhill shot because I have like a 480, but it was like a 100-foot downhill, so that doesn't really count for anything. 473. Crazy. I don't know when that happened to my arm, but I can throw that now, and that is wild.
I was about to fist bump you, and then I realized this is my bad.
Yeah. But then after that, me and Andy and Jacob, we went to Andy's apartment, got to hang out with Andy and Grace. I read them my Michael Burst story. Do you know Michael Burst? I tried to read it now, but I've read it to so many people because sometimes I think about it and I have to read this story. I've read it to so many people because it's so funny,
Yeah.
and I have never in my life read it without crying laughing. Like, it's so stupid, but it always makes me cry laughing, and it always bothers people that it makes me cry laughing because I can't get any sentence out of the story without, I'll be like, Michael Burst, and then I start laughing because it's so funny, and I'm like, I wish that I could read this without laughing, but I can't. But
I cannot.
Jack had to head out.
Bye, Jack.
He's getting ready for work.
I'm about to have to head out.
Well, I'll finish this.
Yeah.
All good. So after we hung out and ate breakfast at his place, we watched a little football, and then we went to Barnes & Noble, and I found a little Tanjiro
Didn't know that.
mini pop. I bought that, and I also bought the first It Invaded, which is a psychology based crime show manga.
Speaking
And there's only 3 volumes of it, and so
we need to watch the next episode.
we do. I bought the first one, and then the next day, I ended up going back to Barnes and Noble, and I bought the second and the third one. So I got the entire Invaders set while I was there, which was pretty cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then I did my Japanese homework in Madison, and I came back here, and yeah. Yesterday, when we went to GameStop, they had like some deal, where it was like you could
Everything you fit in a bag. is
everything you fit in a
23%.
bag is 20% off, but you have to like buy the bag, which is $5. And so I put that thing and my Megami Pop in it, and then I also added $5 of a pre-order. So, and you gave me $20. So like the total was like $48, I think. And if I like, so I had to spend $23, I think, is what it was,
Yeah.
which wouldn't. If I got just the pop and the $5 period, it would have been like $20 or something like that. So I lost a few dollars on the transaction. But if I think about it, I got the bag.
Now you can take it back and fill it up with stuff.
Maybe I don't know how that works.
So you just take the bag.
But that pop's really cool, and you've been wanting it, so.
And
I was thinking about getting it for you for your birthday, but then in the spur of the moment, I ordered you pickleball merch and got you a pickleball paddle. So
Yeah. I got a thing. See if I'm gonna buy the black shirt also. I don't know when the thing ends.
tomorrow,
Oh gosh, I don't think I will then.
I think we get paid today. That is so exciting.
That is hype.
Because my pops are coming out today. They better come out today. You don't want to see me when I get angry.
Dude, I'm so excited for this is the first time I've pre-ordered a pop besides the Miles Morales one, but I got it online.
I always
So,
gotta
like-
pre-order the important pops because
Yeah.
there's no telling. They told me yesterday though that the Haganeska pop that I pre-ordered, they're like, yeah, we have one in the back. It's the only one we have, and we're holding it until somebody pre-orders it or
Yeah.
like the release date. We're just gonna like set it out.
So,
again. And I was like, the release date's not until the 18th, I think. I'm like, man, I really gotta wait till then, huh?
Yeah.
But so yeah, that one's been pre-ordered, so it's mine. It's on hold for me. Nobody else can take it, which is hype. So
It's so weird pre-ordering like from a store though, because like with the online you're just waiting for it to ship like normal.
Yeah.
But then there's I paid $13 and I walk out of the store with nothing, and it felt weird.
but when you go pick it up,
I'm gonna walk out of something with something.
and it's
like
gonna feel like you didn't spend money.
exactly.
That's why.
That's why I did it, because I was like, you know what?
That's why, like, when I got my Demon Slayer pops originally, like, it felt really good when I finally picked them up because I pre-ordered 4 of them, and over time I would just put like $5 more on them, and like until I paid them off. And then when they finally came out, the pop factory burned down, and so it took them like 8 extra months to ship. I don't know why it took them that long, but like for like half a year, I would go into GameStop once a week and be like, "Hey, remember those pops I pre-ordered a year ago? Are they in yet?" No. Okay. Bye. But they finally came in, and I went and picked them all up on my break from work, and it was so hype. And it felt like I just walked in there and got 5 free pops and then left.
Yeah. There's when my new pop comes in, I'm gonna pre-order another one. But so maybe I shouldn't, because then it would feel like I'm paying. I'm gonna go back another day to pre-order.
Well, that's when you just put $5 down.
I'd just rather pay for it in full.
I like putting $5 down sometimes because it doesn't take a lot then, and then when you finish paying it off, it doesn't take a lot.
I just don't. I don't like spending like little amounts on my card if I can help it. But
I guess. I prefer to spend smaller amounts on my card because I see that money go away when I check my bank account.
yeah,
When I spend cash too freely.
yeah,
I have
I'm the
it,
same way.
I'm just
That's
like,
why-
oh, well, this is nothing.
Like that's what I did with the $20 bill. Like now that I have cash, maybe I could get them. But yeah, that cash was a birthday present, so I was like, I'm gonna get myself something.
That's how I feel. If I don't earn the money through my job,
Yeah.
I ain't spending on stuff
Groceries.
that's not, like groceries
Yeah.
and stuff like
It's
that.
gas.
I'm buying
I'm buying
something cool with this.
Yeah, which that's a freaking awesome thing. So, anyways, I probably need to
Yeah.
get ready for worky work. But fun episode.
You
Good
guys work
episode.
at 8.
I'm gonna talk to my boss. Be like, hey, I really can't come in at 8 on Wednesdays.
You don't understand.
Any other day of the week, please. Not Wednesday.
You need to show her the show. She'll understand. She'll be like, you know what?
Listen,
You don't have to come in on Wednesdays and you still get paid. You already did your
I'm
2
gonna
hours
pay
of work.
you to watch this, so I can watch this. Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate it.
I enjoy this.
Yeah, we do. Please subscribe. Please follow us on the
Oh,
Instagram.
real quick. For my experimental psych class, I meant to mention this. My grade went from a 92 to a 95.
Dope.
My professor gave me 2 bonus points on our exam because I asked a question and he was like,
Dope.
"Yeah, you seem to understand this topic. I'll give you the points for it." And on our minute paper that we wrote, he asked us, he was like, "How did you feel about the test? What's a food you want to try?" And if he didn't say like do all 3, but I do all the things he asked just because it's fun to write them. And he also said like, if you want, you can ask me a question. And I asked him what his favorite day of the week was, and I said mine's Wednesday.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching.
Thank y'all so much for watching.
We'll
I meant
see-
to talk about that.
Yeah.
So
We'll see you guys next week, hopefully at 6:30,
hopefully.
and for a full span of time.
Yeah.
Bye.
But you know what? Y'all still got Caleb Day in.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
I
y'all
was
did.
not lying.
He was.
Got Caleb A in. Bye. Have a good day.